Hello. For today's video, you've seen this before, but do you like it? For today's video, I would like to rant to you a little bit. Not rant, but talk aggressively. And I need to do it quickly because I don't know if this camera's going to stay on this makeshift tripod. So I really have an issue with people in that I don't like them. So, I'm joking, like, there's obviously people who do like, there's just a lot of instances, don't you think, there's a lot of instances in the world where you lose faith in humanity, and you're like, you're just really horrible people. So, I would like to discuss with you the many different types of people that I find annoying, that I think shouldn't exist, and that is a long list, so I've had to write them down, and I've actually written them down on a lovely, I can't find the list. Here we go, on this lovely notepad. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 14, give or take, people that I don't like. And if you are one of these people, I don't mean to offend you, but stop, okay? This is honestly a disclaimer, I don't mean to offend anyone. This is not an attack on anyone in particular. This is my issues, because I have a lot of issues. I need to say this, because surely it just can't be me that feels this way about certain people. So, number one, it's okay. Number 1A and 1B. This is slow people. Okay, I am not the thinnest, but that doesn't mean I walk like. Like, I want to get to where I'm going, so don't walk like you're a snail. Don't just walk like you don't know what's going on. Like, and then B is people who don't necessarily walk slow, but just walk normally, and then just stop. They just stop. They like see someone, and they're like, "Oh hi," and you're like, "Hello, I'm here. Can you move, please?" It just aggravates me so much, because you're like, I want to get to where I'm going, and this massive wall of a person, not saying you're fat, this massive wall of a person is in the way, and it's just really disrespectful and really rude, and I needed to say that. Okay, number 2 is, now this does apply to certain people, but I'm not going to name names because I'm not about that. So, this is the people who, do you know when you get injured, like you've hit your head, it starts bleeding, or you cut yourself on your thumb, and you're like, oh, and then people around you are like, oh, let me see, and then get in your face, you're like, what the frick, like, get away from me, I'm hurting, I don't need your face in my face. Like, they're just like, oh, I want to see the blood, I want to see what you've done to yourself. No, piss off, go away, I don't want you here. It's just so aggravating. I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but I feel strongly about this. Like, I'm probably being hypocrite here, because I do that as well. But I don't want your face near my cut. It's offending my cut. Okay? Okay, so number 3. This one is this one, you'll relate to this one. Again, it's kind of like 3A and 3B. So 3A is the one-uppers, where you're having a conversation with someone, you're like, you tell them something and they try and one-up you. It might be a lie, it might not be a lie, but I don't want you to one-up me, because it's rude. Like, I was having a conversation, you know, on Facebook was just like the in thing, like 2009, 2010, and it was just starting, and everyone was like, oh, I need to have the most friends, and we were having a conversation, I was having a conversation with someone, and I was saying, yeah, I've got this amount of friends, and they say, oh, well, I've got this amount of friends. I'm just like, did I ask your opinion? No. What are you telling me? I don't care that you might be better than me. You don't need to rub that in my face. You don't need to shove your friends in my face. I'm happy with the amount of friends I've got. Couldn't give a shit how many friends you have. So pee off, please, go away, and stop one-upping me. And then 3B is the braggers. Well, you've actually not said anything to make them one-up you. But they do it anyway. They say, oh, I've got this, my dad bought me this, look what I bought to school, just brand spanking new iPhone, where some of us have bricks, that's not me. And you're just like, okay. And then you're like, once is fine, you're like, oh, that's nice. And then they keep bringing it up and you're like, okay, we get it. Stop showing me that thing or I'll shove it out the window. That's not happened to me. Okay, the next one. Oh, this one's annoying. Now this one is me, but I like to think that I'm better at this than other people. I'm not bragging. I'm not being a bragger. What I'm just saying is, in your head you think to yourself, oh, this isn't me, but it is. This is, because it is me. Complainers. You are complaining about the tiniest little thing. But no, in school, someone used to complain to me about the same thing every single day. And it was this tiny little thing that, I'm going to be honest, I didn't care about. And I'm sure nobody else cared about. But with your problem, I respect that it's your problem, I'll try and help you. But if you keep telling me about this problem, I'm going to go insane. So please leave. Go through that door. Leave right now. I don't want to know what you've got to say. I really don't want to know any more about this problem. Because you think to yourself, okay, right, I've got problems too. I don't go around saying this all the time. You've got problems, but you're making it sound like you're making it sound like your problems are the worst thing in the world. When, how can you say that? Look at the world today. Trump is president. You can't say that. You can't say your problems are the worst in the world. America have the worst problems in the world. I'm joking. Like, there are so many other big problems in the world. And you're saying all you can care about is your own little stupid little problems that don't even matter. I do that too, so it's fine. Next one. Oh, this one's annoying. Defensive people. Like, not really like... It's like, what annoys me the most about these types of people is they have an opinion. And when someone else contradicts that opinion, they get very defensive and very annoyed. And then they try and... What annoys me the most is they try and change that other person's opinion. Like, no. I have an opinion, you have an opinion. I respect your opinion. Please respect my opinion. Do not try and change my opinion, because that is not fair on me. I could have an opinion about something, and someone else could have an opinion about something, and they're like, no, well, yeah, but what about this? I'm like, okay, great. What are you trying to do? I'm not changing my opinion for you. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Next. Now, this might offend a lot of people out there. A lot of the non-heavy people like me. I could not give a crap about exercising, right? Look at me. Do I look like I exercise? No. So when people come up to me and starts talking about and bragging about how fit they are and how they go to the gym every single day and how, like, the gym is really important, you should eat healthy, it's really important. Yes, I understand it's really important to eat healthy and exercise. But look at me. You don't need to make me feel worse about myself. Do not think I look in the mirror every single day and cry, because I do. So I don't need you saying, oh, I hate people that don't even bother exercising. It's so snobby. And then you sit there with your protein shake. That's not edible. You can't just drink protein. What is a protein shake? Why? Just have some meat. Jesus Christ. Oh, look at me. I've got a little sippy cup with some milk in it. It's got meat in it. And I also go to the gym every single day and evening and pump iron and lift weights. Like, I'm not trying to dig at you. I respect the fact that you go to the gym. I respect the fact that you think it's important. But when you try and get me to go to the gym, it's another story. Absolutely not. I am never setting foot in the gym. It's so intimidating. Next. This is very close to home. People who tell you doing it wrong, like anything that you do. I had a friend like this. I'm not naming names, but I am going to say about this friend because I can't stand them. I was really good friends, but then all of a sudden they just started telling me everything I was doing was wrong. Like, that I was not popular at school, but this person was moderately popular, bordering on popular. We were best friends. And I'm going to be honest, I really didn't like that at the end of the first year, because everything that I do, everything that I said, she would say contradictory to that, like it was wrong. Like, for example, I decided to do this, I decided to do Lent. I decided to give up something. But then they brought out a new flavour of that thing, and I thought, well, I want to try the flavour. But I didn't feel bad about not doing, not accomplishing the thing I set out for. I didn't feel bad about failing at Lent. As soon as I ate that thing, they decided to say, you failed. Well, thanks for announcing that in front of the whole lunch room. Thanks for announcing that and making me look like a fat git. It's people like that that really irritate me. I'm like, why do you need to point out everything that I'm doing that is not socially acceptable? Like, I don't give a crap. Please, you can also leave the room, okay? Just go. Next. The interrupters. If you interrupt me in a sentence, I will behead you. I could be talking like, oh yeah, this happened to me today, and I actually started doing something that I've never done before, and then someone could be like they don't even have to be talking to me, but if they're talking to the person that I'm talking to, so aggravating. I started doing this, it was really fulfilling, and I loved it. You should start doing it. You know this thing, what? Did you not see that my lips are moving? I'm talking. Therefore, you should not be talking. I'm talking to this person. I want their full attention. You're dragging this person's attention, and 99% of the time, that person will then talk to that the other person, and not me. I'm just like, you're both rude. You can both leave. Get out. I don't even. Then you do that thing where you pretend that you've forgotten what you're going to say. No, you know exactly what you're going to say, but you just keep the peace and pretend like you've forgotten what you're going to say, and then sulk in private. It's really hot in here. Next, the know-it-alls. I don't have an issue with people who are smart, right? But when people, they could be smart, they could not be smart. It doesn't really matter whether you have intelligence or whether you have not got intelligence. But when people start saying to me, did you know this? Did you know this? Sometimes I will know it, sometimes I won't know it, but they say, do you know why this happens? Do you know why this happens? And you just know that they're going to make themselves look really clever and amazing. And just like, okay, you could say it differently. Please don't tell me facts that I may or may not know to make me look stupid, okay? I know that might not be what you're doing, but it's what's coming across and I don't like it, so just shut up. I know that you might be smart, you might not be smart. I know that you might be smart, but just go, just leave. You can also leave through that door. Go on now, go. Next. This is a really simple one. When you've had a haircut and then you go out and someone says, oh, have you had a haircut? It just really makes you lose trust in that person, because it's like, no, I haven't. Of course I've had a haircut. Of course I've had a haircut. You saw me yesterday and my hair was long, and you see me today and my hair is not long. I've had a haircut. Or sometimes I just say, have you had a haircut? And I say, no, I've had all of them cut. Like, because I've just given up, and I'm just like, I'm just going to be stupid because you're being stupid. Have you had a haircut? Oh, bloody haven't had it. Of course I've had a haircut. Next. Okay, this one is another personal one. People who are intentionally stupid. Like, when I was in school, I knew this person. I'm not naming names. And if this person happens to be watching, I'm not trying to offend you, but you annoyed me. So, this person was in all the top classes. They were quite clever. Very much more clever than me. They tried their best to modestly not brag about it, failed. And then they start acting like they don't know things to make me feel better. I'm just like, no, don't do that because it's making me feel worse. Like, if I have to explain to you about geography every single time we sit down, even though I know that you get A's in geography, then please don't talk to me. Like, stupid questions like, is this thing alive? Well, it's an animal, so it's gonna be alive, isn't it? Why are you being stupid when you quite clearly are getting straight A's? You are not stupid. Stop acting like you're stupid. So infuriating. And if you are that person, just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore. Next. Okay. This is another one that hits home. Well, not really. People who have no spatial awareness. I'm going to use an example of this person. We weren't friends, we were acquaintances. I knew this person, but, you know, when I was in school, I used to sit behind this person in one of my classes. They did have a humongous, gigantic rucksack. And they had absolutely no spatial awareness. It's probably because, I'm going to tell you honestly, it's probably because they didn't notice me. I really wasn't noticeable in school. People just didn't notice me at all, which is fine, but whatever. But I expect people to notice that I'm there and not just like, you know. So they'd first of all, I'd sit down because I'm always the first one there because I'm a teacher's pet. Shut up. I'd sit down and then this person is walking in front of me, bang their chair right into my table, right in. Ugh. Yeah, there's a little spider. Ooh. Anyway, they bang the chair right in front of me, so I'm right in and I slip. That's strike one. And then they do that thing with their coat on the chair and then whack me in the face with the tassels. Strike two. Then they get up. I'm going underneath the table to get my bag. They get up and do this with their bag, swing it on their back. I'm flying, gone knocked unconscious. That's strike three. We can never be friends. You have no spatial awareness. You don't notice me. You hurt me. I get concussions from your heavy backpack. You know who you are. You can also. Okay, the last one is another two-parter. So we're going to say, I've forgotten what number it is. So last one part A and last one part B. So last one part A is people who do not specify times. I cannot tell you how much this infuriates me. If you do not specify a time, I will start panicking and have a mental breakdown that I might miss whatever we have to do. Okay? Please specify a time so that I know when to get ready, what to do before that time arrives. Part B is when people do specify a time but don't stick to it. Please do not tell me a time and then not stick to it. That is probably really contradictory. But if you tell me that we're supposed to meet at 5 o'clock and then you don't turn up at 5 o'clock on the dot, you have just downgraded yourself in my personal opinion of you. I will totally think that you stood me up, that you're not friends with me, and if you do it to me more than once, I will not talk to you. Seriously. You could, I accept that you might be like running late. Half an hour is my breaking point. If you say meet at 5 and then turn up at 6:30, we're never speaking again. Okay? Out the door, out the door, out you go. Okay, so that's all. That's my list completed. I'm sure there are many, many more. This just comes down to the fact that this has happened to me so many times that I've completely lost faith in humanity and now categorising all the people in the world in this category. I'm sure many people are actually really lovely, and once you get to know them, they're really lovely. But when we don't actually know each other and you do things like this, it's my opinion of you straight away that you're an idiot. But I really want to change that opinion. I don't want to hate people. So, in the street, don't tickle my chin. In the street, don't yell at me because I'm wearing glasses and you think that I'm a nerd. Please don't do that. Otherwise, I might have to call the police and have you shot down. So, thanks for watching, and it's really hot in here. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.